How's it going, guys? In this video we're going to be taking a look at the NECA Invisible Man Dr. Jack Griffin Ultimate Action figure. This figure was released in 2025, and I did pick this up from the folks over at the Last Toy Store. Now this is the second version of the Invisible Man. I'm really excited to have this one. Obviously it's from the film The Invisible Man from 1933, starring Claude Rains and directed by James Well. So let's go ahead and get a look around the box. We'll get it opened up and get a better look at the figure. So for starters, guys, I have to say, love the artwork here. Jason Edmondson had already done this poster art previously for Mondo, if I'm not mistaken. And if you haven't checked that out, that artwork is absolutely beautiful, and I love that they actually got him to redo that for this cover. I think it's amazing. But yeah, just love the artwork. It's amazing stuff. On the side, we have a photo shot of the figure, Universal Monsters logo, NECA Real Toys at the top, Invisible Man. On the back, we got some more photo shots of the figure and some of the accessories. And again, on the other side, photo shot of the figure, Invisible Man, Universal Monsters logo, NECA Real Toys. Then there's a full shot of the figure there, guys, and then there's a figure in all its glory, guys. So yeah, it looks like he's got a lot of stuff. So let's go ahead and get him opened up and get a better look at the figure. Alright, guys, so let's go ahead and get right to it. So for starters, getting him out of the box, I have to say I'm very impressed with how this figure turned out. I think NECA did a great job in the sense that they, instead of just doing a black and white version of the previous release, they actually changed it up and put him in the robe and stuff like that. And I think I have to give NECA huge props for doing that. As for the head articulation, head does rotate all the way around. Unfortunately, from what I can tell, there isn't too much of a head tilt that you can do on this guy because of the way the handkerchief is molded. The other thing with this is it does come off. We'll get to that when we get to the accessories. But yeah, I just love the look of the glasses and the bandages. I think NECA does an incredible job. I've said it before of how they do the bandages with their figures and stuff like that, like the previous release as well as the Donatello as the Invisible Man. And yeah, as for the arm articulation, arm does come up 90 degrees. Does rotate all the way around. Doesn't seem to have any rotation at the upper bicep. There does appear to be some rotation at the elbow, but it's kind of stiff, so I don't want to force it to have a video fail, guys. Seems to have a single joint in the elbow. The hand does rotate all the way around, but it is kind of stiff, so I'm not going to force it too much. The hand does have some back and forth a little bit. As for the other arm, does come up 90 degrees, does rotate all the way around, no problem. Again, single joint in the elbow, and again, it feels like there should be some rotation in the elbow, but I don't want to force it, guys. There is rotation at the wrist. I really think the way that the mold is here at the wrist kind of hinders that movement a little bit, because yeah, it's just, I guess it's just the mold the way it is. But beyond that, not too bad. Other than that, I mean, I think he looks absolutely incredible. I love the detail in the robe and stuff like that. Looks really good. As for torso articulation, unfortunately, he doesn't have any. I mean, it seems like he would, but I think the way everything is molded and put together, I don't think he can do it too much. There's not much of a crunch forward, not much of a bend back. Not a deal breaker, because I really think everything else outshines that minor gripe. The other thing too, unfortunately, it doesn't have too much in the way of leg articulation, obviously because of the robe. And I do have to say about the robe, it has a really nice look to it. I love the wrinkles or the creases that NECA put in there. Love the detailing, love the coloring. I think they did a soft plastic, so it's pretty nice. Like I said, not too much in the way of leg articulation, unfortunately. But beyond that, as for the feet, yeah, it doesn't even look like there's any rotation in the feet or anything like that either. So interesting enough. Probably because of the way the pants are molded, who knows. But yeah, unfortunately, no articulation there either. It feels like there would be. I mean, I can kind of move it a little bit, but it's not too much. But beyond that, guys, let's go ahead and get him off to the side and get a better look at his accessories. As for his accessories, guys, he does come with 5 extra hands, 2 of those being closed grip hands, and I don't know if the camera picks it up well enough. I love the coloring on these. I think they're pretty cool. I dig the wrinkling or the creasing in the gloves. I think NECA did a bang up job of that. Next, guys, he does come with a gestured hand, finger pointing hand, I guess, if you want to say. I love again, I love the coloring on these gloves, and I love the creasing. I think NECA did a great job of that. And up next, guys, we have a semi gripping hand for some of the accessories, and again, pretty basic, but I love the coloring, and I think NECA did a great job. Again, I have to give NECA props for the creasing on the gloves. I think it's pretty solid. And the last hand, guys, is another gestured hand. Looks like it's more open. I guess it could be sort of like a gripping hand, I'm not too sure. But yeah, very, very nice. Again, I think NECA did a great job of these with the creasing and the wrinkles and the gloves. I think they did a great job of that. And up next, guys, he comes with a couple of extra bandage pieces. One is just like a singular strip that I guess he can hold in one of his hands. And again, I don't know, I don't know if the camera will pick it up well enough because it's kind of small. But yeah, I really dig the. It's a soft plastic too, by the way. I really dig what NECA did with these, with the bandages, how they do this. It's really, really solid the way they do this. The other one is a more of a bunched up bandage. Again, this might be something where he's like holding, like he's pulling the bandages off and he's just piling it up together. But again, really solid. I like that it's a soft plastic, so it's not too, it doesn't feel flimsy either, like it's gonna break. But I think NECA did a great job of the detailing in this. And up next, guys, he comes with a stack of laboratory books, and it's really, really solid. I love the detail in this. NECA did a bang up job of this for sure. You see lab experiments. I can't really make out what the top one says. My eyesight's kind of bad. I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up well enough, but yeah, really, really cool, guys. I think, and they're solid too. They feel like nice. I mean, you can see the paper grain there. I mean, it looks really, really nice. I have to admit. I mean, you can't really use these. This is more for like if you want to have a diorama sort of thing, have them on the side. Advanced Chemistry and Physics, Professor Darnell. So yeah, really cool that NECA included these. I really dig that. I know in the previous release they included an open book, which I thought was really cool. But these are really, really cool too. I'm glad NECA included this with this release. And up next, guys, he does come with a pair of fire poker or fireplace tongs or something like that. Really, really nice. I love the coloring on this. It's like a nice chrome finish. I don't know if the camera really picks it up well enough, but yeah, really, really solid, guys. I love the detail on this. The only thing I would say, it's kind of flimsy, so I would be very careful, and it doesn't open. So don't, if you get this figure and you try to open this up, don't try to open it up because it'll probably break. But overall, though, I mean, I don't know if the camera picks it up well enough, but really, really solid detail, guys. And up next, guys, I mentioned this earlier, he does have a sort of shirt piece that you can place on him. So to get this on him, you would basically get the figure and you would remove the head, and then you would just pull this off, and then you would just put the other one back on. And it's cool, it just like slots in, and then you could just put the head back on. And there you go, guys. Really, really cool. I'm glad that NECA included this. Unfortunately, yeah, it does hinder some of the head movement, like trying to look down or look up too much, or kind of give the figure a head tilt. Unfortunately, you don't get too much of that because of this. But still, I think that NECA did a great job of adding this part of the accessory. I really dig that. And up next, guys, he does come with 4 extra head sculpts. Oddly enough, though, 2 of them seem to be mostly the same. I don't know if the camera picks it up well enough, but if you look at both of these, there's like minor differences, but they're pretty much the same on both. Maybe just a little bit of strands here and there of the hair kind of sticking out. Some of the bandaging looks different, and I think this one looks a little bit more messy, whereas this one looks a little bit cleaner. And but no, overall, I mean, I can see why they included both of them. The next head sculpt we have, guys, is one that's whereas I guess he's tearing open the bandages and stuff like that, so it looks really, really solid. I mean, you can see there where it's like just open, you don't see the eyes, the nose, or anything, and it's just kind of hanging down. I love this one. This one looks really cool. I'm not sure if I would display him with this one because I really dig the glasses look, but this one looks really solid. And I think what's cool is you could probably use one of the hands to be gripping the bandage here. Again, I think NECA did a great job of the bandage effects on this, and I mean, it just looks absolutely killer in my opinion. Finally, guys, for the last head sculpt, he comes with another head sculpt that has the sunglasses. Now, the difference between this one and the defaulted head sculpt is this one looks like it's not as, I guess, clean looking or done up well like the defaulted head sculpt. Overall, though, I think NECA did a great job of this one. I really dig the sunglasses. I love the coloring on that, the black and the silver or the chrome. And again, I can't praise NECA enough for their the effects of the bandages. I really think the bandages look really solid on this. And finally, guys, for size comparison, I wanted to bring in the previously released Invisible Man figure from NECA, as well as I wanted to bring in the Jada Toys Invisible Man. This was my favorite Jada figure from the line. I think they did a great job with this one. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of showcase like the difference in the three. I really enjoyed this one. I really dig this one, and I think, I mean, I don't know, it's hard for me to decide between these two. I like the way that this one came out with the hair kind of sticking out of the bandages. Again, I have done a review for both of these figures. I may leave a link to both of the reviews in the description, but if not, definitely check them out if you haven't. But from the three, which is your favorite, which is your least favorite? Right now, I have to say this one is really cool just because I like the difference between this one. I feel like there's a lot more going on with this figure. But again, the Jada one is really solid. Like I said, it was my favorite from all the Universal Monsters in the Jada toy line. I did do a sort of top 5 with Mr. Dan in Horror. I may leave a link to that in the description so you can go check that out. We both went over our top 5 or our tops for the Jada Universal Monsters line. That about wraps it up for this video, guys. Comment down below. Let me know what you thought of the figure here. Are you a fan of the Invisible Man, or are you a fan of the Universal Monsters? Let me know in the comments which is your favorite Universal Monster and which is your least favorite. Mine, I'm starting to sound like a broken record. If you all have been fans of the channel long enough, you would know that mine is always going to be the Creature from the Black Lagoon. Absolutely love the Creature from the Black Lagoon. But beyond that, I do love all the OG original monsters as a whole. Now, if you're new to the channel, feel free to like, share, subscribe. If you're not new to the channel, thanks again for coming back and for the continued support, guys. I really appreciate it. Seriously, I can't thank y'all enough. Super excited to say that I am only 12 subscribers away from 1,000 subscribers. I am still pending, obviously, the watch hours, but I'm pretty close at this point to getting the 4,000 watch hours. So we'll see, hopefully, if it's in the cards. If not, well, you know, no biggie. I mean, I'm just glad that everybody's enjoying the content and stuff like that. I can't thank y'all enough, seriously. Until then, guys, we'll see you in the next video. Take it easy and have a good one.